Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to a new concept on the Master of Puppets. Per viewer request, we have a few viewers who asked, please do more reviews of classic beers. So we're going to be bringing you guys Throwback Thursdays, where we're going to be trying old school beers that I might have tried already, or just old school beers I haven't tried, and revisiting old styles. Because whenever I've done that, people really seem to enjoy it. And I love it myself, because there's something nostalgic about it. And some of these old school beers also still really hold up. And it's fun to go back, instead of just drinking haze, barrel aged, all this stuff. So we're going to kick it old school with the West Coast today, with San Diego West Coast IPA. I remember back in the day, San Diego was quite known for, just on the West Coast, being the most flavorsome of all the West Coast IPA. Back in the day, I loved this brewery. I still really like what they do, both this and the sister brewery, and we're checking out beer from Port Brewing. So Port Brewing is kind of like I don't really think you can say sister company, but originally started as Pizza Port, which is a series of brew pubs, or it's not really brew pubs, it's pizza restaurants with their own beer in California. If you've never been to a Pizza Port, I urge you to go. The pizza's awesome, the beer is phenomenal, great vibe, arcade machines and stuff there too. It's really fun. And through this, I can't remember exactly how it evolved, but it evolved into a separate facility called Port Brewing and lost Abbey, the Tommy out there. And I don't remember the exact story, but I think it was something, I don't think they're actually got anything to do with each other. It's actually two separate companies, even though the logo is the same. I'm not entirely sure, because a lot of these beers are not beers that they actually do at Pizza Port.
And they're not brewed at the same facilities.
No. I don't know if they still have the same facility, but actually Port Brewing and Lost Abbey was the old Stone Brewing facility before Stone moved into the big Stone Gardens.
And then there's Hop Concept also.
Yeah, they also have a Hop Concept where they play around with hoppy beer. But we're trying West Coast IPAs today. Fucking been a while. The only thing that's unfortunate is we can't find a date when these were canned, so we're just hoping they're fresh. But we're going to be trying their Wipeout IPA and their Mongo IPA. When Mongo came out, I loved that hard. I was like, back in the day, that was one of my all-time favorite double IPAs. This one is a tribute to surfing. Mongo is a tribute to a cat that roamed the brewery at one point or something like that. So, of course, we're going to start out with Wipeout. I can't remember the last time I had any of these beers. It must be at least 5 years ago.
Yeah.
We reviewed a Port Brewing beer like 2-3 years ago, maybe. A pale ale or something.
Yeah, we also drank one off camera a year ago, from the Hop Concept series.
Which we actually really enjoyed.
Yeah.
But this is Wipeout, and it's hopped with Amarillo, Cascade, and Centennial. So very classic West Coast hops.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to visiting this.
But these just came to Denmark, so they can't be old.
No, they can't be too old.
No.
I mean, and they're from our experience, cans usually work better.
Yeah, and it's Drikkeriget. I don't think Drikkeriget would import old IPA.
But you know what? It looks like the West Coast, specifically the San Diego style. It's lightly orange. It's like a lot of the IPAs from San Diego was like lightly orange or just like pale.
Yeah.
Whereas some other West Coast IPAs, had a bit more of a caramel malt backbone. But one of the things that always characterized the San Diego area and their IPAs is like they're very bright in color or lightly orange, and then like super like fruity on the aroma compared to a lot of other West Coast IPAs.
Yeah.
So I'm really fucked, man. This is going to be so fun. But it looks nice. Light chill haze, whitehead. Let's check out the aroma on Wipeout. Very classic stuff. Yeah. Very classic. Like grapefruit, pithy citrus.
Pithy and
piney.
Bright, piney.
But it's really... it's not all like a lot of people associate like West Coast as well, like really piney, earthy, resiny.
No, it's not like crazy earthy and sticky.
But that was part of the San Diego IPAs. It's like they were not like sticky and resiny too much. It was it was more bright.
It's much more like grapefruit and orange peel and
a bit floral too, maybe.
Yeah. Zesty and
It actually smells really good, I think.
Yeah. It smells super
fresh.
Clean.
Yeah, super clean. That's also the big thing. No crazy yeast character in these beers.
Let's try it.
Cheers. And no old tea leaf hop flavor, which is great.
I think it's pretty fresh.
That's bitter.
Yeah.
Wow. Now this is the kind of bitterness you need in a West Coast IPA. Yeah. A lot of the newer interpretations I've seen, like people are still restraining it a bit. I think it's because they're a bit afraid of going too bitter.
Yeah.
This has like a very longing, rasping, like bitter grapefruit aftertaste.
Yeah.
Still not like crazy, but it's definitely more bitter than I think a lot of modern breweries examples.
Yeah.
Super clean, very grapefruity and citrusy.
Really grapefruity and like, bitter orange peel and like zesty and just like fresh and also a bit floral.
Yeah. A little bit of a spice thing too.
Yeah.
But I think this is exactly what I remember when I think West Coast IPA. 100% what I remember. And it's nice. It's actually nice to drink an IPA with some bitterness. And the sun is back, so now the lighting is probably off. But yeah,
And it's super clean.
super clean, super refreshing, dry,
Light malt base.
really drinkable. It's 7% by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's move on to Mongo. So Mongo is the double IPA. It's 8%. This one, as I said, Jakob the Lord of Malt and I reviewed this actually with a hangover after the very first Copenhagen Beer Festival by the Danish beer enthusiasts. Not the very first, but the first one we attended.
Yeah.
And we were just like, wow, this is amazing. Oh man. And we were hungover and it was for the second day, I think. But that was the first time we had Mongo. And since then, it was like Mongo was one of my all-time favorite double IPAs, along with Hop 15.
Okay.
Where they used 15 different hops. It's, a bit overboard, but back then I remember loving it. But Mongo is not that crazy. So Mongo, it's their flagship now, I guess, double IPA. I think they had a few others as well. But it's with Centennial, Columbus, and Simcoe. It's also and Cascade. It's also very classic.
Yeah, 4 hops instead of 3. But I
West
haven't
Coast
had
hops.
an IPA with Cascade in a long time. I actually
No.
think the last beer I had with Cascade was one of the Verdant beers we had. Don't Tell Gus, the original batch of Don't Tell Gus, which had Cascade in it at the GBG British UK event.
Brexidus.
Yeah, Brexidus.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But this, I loved it back in the day. So let's check it out. Pour is a very similar
Awesome.
color, a little bit more orange,
Yeah.
but it still looks nice. It's lightly hazy, but I think that's chill haze.
Yeah.
Whitehead, let's check out the aroma. Yeah,
It's
definitely
more
more sweet.
oily.
Yeah, more oily and more sweet citrus.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting lots of like mandarin and tangerine.
Yeah.
But also there's like definitely the pithy vibes, but it's more juicy,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you can say it like that.
But it's that oily mandarin orange thing.
Yeah. Man, I missed this so much.
Like
I
hop
have
oil.
really missed
Also a
this.
bit resiny, like that slightly
Yeah, resiny.
oily,
slightly-
resiny thing.
Also dank. I
Yeah.
think this is actually quite dank. Slightly, resiny, dank, pithy citrus.
Yeah.
Like
But
it's just like the smell of hot side hop additions,
Yeah.
pretty much,
Yeah.
along with dry hopping.
But this isn't as grapefruity as the other
No,
one.
it's more sweet citrus.
The other one was more pithy.
But both of them are not really like tropical. They're very citrus focused.
Yeah, yeah.
But it smells very nice.
And the resin note, you don't get that often today.
Yeah. No. Cheers. Ooh, yeah, really sweet citrusy.
And then like
really big bitterness, more so than Wipeout. The bitterness really lingers on the back right now. Like,
usually
Wow.
you'd sit for like 20, 30 seconds and the bitterness is still there.
yeah. But the thing is with this, compared to like when the West Coast IPA is done to a T, it's not an annoying and raspy bitterness.
No.
You have some sweet malt in there to balance it out
Yeah.
too. It's not like just like this. Some of the New England IPAs where you think like it's too dry and bitter, it's because it's almost
Yeah,
like you
it's
have a
really
layer
lingering.
of like hop matter on your tongue. This is just like a clean like bitterness, which I think works. Do you know what would be really fun to revisit? You probably never had it, Pliny the Elder. If
I've
we
never-
could try and get some of
Never.
that would be
Yeah.
fucking
But I've
great.
had these before.
Yeah.
I had them when they were in like these big bombers. Probably also
That's
when
what
you
I
had-
remember
Yeah.
before canning.
Yeah.
But I think this is really
But
nice.
that's at least 3-4 years ago.
It's really orangey and mandarin, like in like sweet citrus forward.
Yeah.
And again, it has some pine, it has some zest, a little bit
Slightly
of resin,
resiny, yeah.
some sweeter malt. But also the big thing with it is it's not a cloying sweet malt bomb. It has
Not
some
at all.
sweet malt, and it's not like caramelly sticky. It
But
just
I think
has some
these
of
are
the,
pretty fresh.
yeah.
I don't think these are more than 2 months
But that
old.
was also one of the characteristics I remember from the San Diego West Coast IPAs. Is like the malt backbone was just a little bit of like Cara 15 or something for
Yeah.
color. Not so much that you get like that big sweet caramel thing.
No.
But this is great West Coast IPA, both of them. Great double IPA, great single West Coast IPA. But in terms of preference right now, I definitely prefer Mongo. I think it really has a very nice sweet citrus character. It takes me back.
Yeah, and of course the mouthfeel is a bit more.
Yeah, it's
just
like
a
it's
bit
actually a little
thicker
bit
and-
creamy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and almost like a tad oily.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 93 on Mongo and 92 on Wipeout. I think they're fucking great West Coast IPAs.
Yeah.
This is how you should do a West Coast IPA. If you never had a West Coast IPA, either double or single, and you want to see what it is and how it's supposed to be, this is just great beers to drink.
Yeah.
Especially also because it has what a lot of small craft breweries, like first attempts at it is, or it has what a lot of small craft breweries lack, is like the fruitiness. A lot of I've had like a lot of craft examples from breweries that mainly do West Coast IPAs or New England IPAs. They have the bitterness and some earthiness, but they don't really have the all the fruit and the balance.
Yeah, sweet, fruity. But
I think it's just as hard to brew a great West Coast IPA as a New England IPA.
It's very hard. I would say I probably, just personal preference, I prefer the Beechwood IPAs a tad over these, but yeah, probably.
Beechwood's a bit more fruity than this.
Yeah.
I think it's also, but yeah, it's like the 93, 92 range, I think.
Yeah, I think I'll go probably 92 on both. I think I'm pretty much on par.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Yeah.
Nice to get back to the West Coast.
Yeah.
So stay tuned, guys, for more Throwback Thursdays. We have plans of doing like Trappist beer and traditional British beer, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be trips down memory lane. So this was nice. I mean, this takes me back just being in San Diego.
Yeah.
A few years ago. So
I would like to be.
Yeah, we'll have to make a trip sometime.
Yeah.
So if you guys ever had the chance to try Port Brewing's Wipeout or Mongo IPA, let us know what you thought of them. These two are West Coast classics. They're very nice. I will say, though, if we're talking a West Coast IPA from something with port, I prefer Swami over Wipeout. Swami is fucking great.
Yeah.
Fresh Swami IPA from Pizza Port is awesome. So, yeah, if you had them, guys, let us know. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And we're going to say cheers. Stay tuned for another Throwback Thursdays. And see you guys in another review.